Morning everyone. So I'm going to be doing first impressions and wear tests on the Guatemala Photo Focus foundation, and I'm going to start off with the Catsuit Smooth and Matte Primer. The shade I'm using is Caramel. Okay, so this is how it looks now. It's a pretty kind of light medium coverage. It feels really buildable, but I'm not going to build on that in this video. I'll do that in another video. See close up. It looks pretty nice. It covered as best as it could. I'm not complaining about that. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'll let you know what products I use to complete the look later. The time is now 7:30 on the dot, and I'll be back later. Hey everyone, so the time is now 3:22 p.m. Oh god, say it. So it's been about 8 hours. The foundation held up really well. Oil did come through, but it didn't come through like a lot. Let me tell you the other products that I use. Obviously I have oily skin, so as I said earlier, I use the Beige Smooth and Matte Primer from Catsuit, and this really does a good job of controlling my oil. And I have oily skin, which means that I set it with powder, obviously, and I don't think that the powder I use specifically helped with that, which was the pressed powder from Wet n Wild. And I also use the Elegant Pro powder on my face. My highlighter is still on, my blush is still there. It didn't like roll off and crease at the side of my nose, and a lot of foundations generally do that. My oil did come through basically everywhere, but the foundation didn't start to separate. If I touch my face, the foundation doesn't come off. Actually, the oil comes off rather than the foundation. I'm pretty sure there is light transferring, but I'm not really seeing any foundation coming off on my hand. I'm really impressed, and to be honest, I feel kind of biased because I feel like every review of this foundation has been positive, so I feel like I'm kind of tempted to be positive, but I expected it to work well, and it worked well. You can see it's shiny here. I feel like if I touch it, the oil actually kind of comes off. You can see that it didn't roll into the corner of my nose. It's not separating. It did go a little bit into my crease right here, but every foundation goes there. So I basically went to work and I sit in an office for the entire day. I was in the sun for what, like 10 minutes today, so it really didn't get put under any sort of strenuous conditions. Generally, most foundations look like this at the end of an 8-hour workday, but for example, the Milani 2-in-1, even when my oils came through, like I put it through a regular workday, not unlike today, and it would just look horrible. It would start to separate. Any touching the foundation would come off and get patchy. It would roll into my creases. So comparing it to that, using it in that sense, I think it really held up well. I'll also insert pictures on. I feel as though the flashback wasn't that bad, but my face and my neck did look different. So the light did affect the foundation, but it didn't look horrible. That's important, especially for this foundation, because it's called the photo focus foundation. And the whole, in the back they talk about goodbye photo flashback. It helps to eliminate white particle reflection, and they said they tested it under 7 light conditions with top smartphone models with and without flash. So it let's say it did better than Revlon color stay, for example, in terms of flashback. I feel like with iPhone, especially mine, which is the iPhone 5, no matter what foundation, it always kind of flashes back. No matter what powder, it flashes back. And this powder, which I use as well, says it's supposed to be, it's the photo focus as well, so it's similar to the whole, no flashback business. For me, since I have to order it online and then I have to pay to clear it through shipping and stuff, it was a bit more expensive. The foundation is $6 US. I totally would buy this foundation again, but I'd probably like buy it, instead of one, I'd probably buy like 3 at a time. The formula was it was so smooth. It was like liquidy but creamy at the same time, and it was so smooth. I don't know. It just looked, it was like, you know how like cream, something about cream formulas just kind of look better and apply better, but they are not necessarily good for oily skin. Like this one is almost like, I don't know, it's so smooth. I really enjoyed it. Hopefully my next foundation review would be on the Ordinary foundation, so look out for that, subscribe to that, and I'll see you next time. Bye.